he's not tested yet. He never received a good punch. He never went, in deep rounds, in late rounds. So no, he's a big puncher, but no one ever knocked me out. Never in my life. Dubois was stopped on a doctor. So I have a great chin. I'm durable. I throw a lot of punches. So I think I can give him, big challenge.
I mean, he's right. Like, he's got a chin. He's never been knocked out. I ain't never been tested. Everything he's saying there is correct.
What I think and how I feel. So it's not about what the crowd expects.
We've seen his clips, and you have said yourself he has speed, he has power, he can challenge you and give you some problems. With that being said, do you have to extinguish him as quickly as you can in the ring? Do you have to eliminate any threat? I guess my question is, are you going to go on the hunt quickly in this fight to eliminate the threat that he brings?
I don't know, man.
I'm shocked that you said it. Listen, I think boxing is, for me, it's a puzzle. And with the right preparation, I don't feel like there's a puzzle that I can't solve. So I wouldn't say that I necessarily fear anyone. It's just there are fights out there that might be easier than others.
Moses Itauma believes his punching power gives him a legitimate chance of stopping Filip Hrgovic, but he insists that a knockout is not his primary objective. Despite having stopped 12 of his 14 opponents, Itauma says his main focus will be sticking to the game plan and making the necessary adjustments as the fight unfolds. If those adjustments eventually lead to another stoppage, he'll gladly take it, but his priority remains executing his strategy and staying disciplined from the opening bell.
Absolutely fear to get inside a ring with you, and it's hardly surprising. 14 fights, you're unbeaten, 12 of those 14 wins, knockouts. Is it going to be the same thing against Hrgovic? What do you think?
I mean, that's my game plan, but that's what I hope for, but I never really go focusing on a knockout. I just focus on sticking to the game plan. And if at least a knockout, at least a knockout. If it don't, it don't. So I'm not really too focused on that, but we'll see in it.
Moses, this is the fight that you wanted. Why did you want Hrgovic? You called it yourself.
Filip Hrgovic, meanwhile, says his biggest concern heading into the fight isn't Moses Itauma's power or speed, but the possibility of suffering another cut. After dealing with cuts in several recent bouts, Hrgovic knows that once a cut opens, there is only so much he can do to control the situation. He remains confident in his ability to handle Itauma's pressure and skills, but admits that another serious cut could once again put the outcome in the hands of the ringside doctor.
It's not necessarily the opponent, it's how your body reacts.
I know when he hit me, I'm gonna continue to coming. So I know that, but for the cut, I cannot. If it's open, I cannot close it with my power of my will. It's just it's just cut, and the doctor is gonna decide. But there's the only thing that worries me. But if cut not happen, God is great. I believe He will help me and protect me. But if it's open, that's not good. But besides that, I'm not afraid of his power or his speed or anything. I'm just afraid of the cut.
Moses Itauma is keeping his attention firmly on what he can control inside the ring, making it clear that his only responsibility is to fight and perform regardless of the politics or circumstances surrounding the matchup. After facing plenty of doubts when he first entered the professional ranks, Itauma believes he has gradually silenced many of his critics. Now, he wants to take that one step further by shocking the boxing world and capturing a world title when few people expect him to do it.
People talking about the Tyson record. If that happens, it's got to be by the end of May. Does it bother you or not?
I don't want to be one of these people that's like, I said something, I'm not going to do it, of course. But there's a lot of things that I can't control. There's a lot of things that my punching can't solve. politics and XYZ involved into this. And so with the Tyson record, with what I was just getting at, I just want to win a world title when people don't think I can do it. When I turned pro, a lot of people were saying, he might be a hype job, or he was good amateur, but he's not going to be no good of a pro or whatnot. I think I'm starting to slowly like turn their minds over. People's opinions don't really matter to me, only because it doesn't help me in the fight. But at the same time, achieving that Mike Tyson record, it would be nice.
But Filip Hrgovic believes Moses Itauma is about to face one of the toughest tests of his young career. Hrgovic sees his own physical strength as a major advantage and plans to start the fight at a much faster pace than usual. Rather than allowing Itauma to settle into a comfortable rhythm, he intends to apply pressure from the opening rounds, make the fight physical, and test how the young heavyweight responds when the intensity and pressure begin to rise.
I'm strong like a rock. I can knock out a horse. So, of course, I believe. And he start fast. Don't start fast. I'm slow starter. But this fight, I will start fast. I must train to start fast, and I wanna get into the fight with him. I don't wanna box too much with him. I want to get into the fight and see how tough he is.
Despite the growing attention surrounding his matchup with Filip Hrgovic, Moses Itauma says he refuses to let the praise surrounding his rapid rise distract him from what lies ahead. As more people recognize his accomplishments and begin calling him one of boxing's most exciting young prospects, Itauma remains focused on the future rather than dwelling on what he has already achieved. For him, every new stage is an opportunity to improve, develop, and take another step toward reaching the highest level of the sport.
And then you lot are going, he's the best, he's this, he's that, he's smashing it. Only because I go for these little mental battles. Like, the reason why people are saying the young prospect of the year and XYZ is because they appreciate what I've done. Whereas I don't look at what I've done, I'm looking at where I'm going. And where I'm going starts from today.
Do you like the comparisons to a young Mike Tyson or to somebody who's...
Personally, no.
Filip Hrgovic believes his showdown with Moses Itauma has all the ingredients to become one of the most exciting heavyweight fights of the year. He respects Itauma's talent, power, and rapid rise through the division, but believes his own experience at the highest level could give him a significant advantage. Hrgovic sees the matchup as a fascinating clash between a young heavyweight prospect eager to prove himself and an experienced contender determined to use his experience to derail Itauma's momentum. With both fighters bringing different strengths into the ring, the stage is set for a potentially memorable battle.
We must to do this, and everything good. We had a great time, and it will be a great fight. It's an amazing fight, one of the best fights, man. One of the most exciting fights this year. And a great upcoming young kid, experienced guy, myself, and it's a great fight.
But Moses Itauma isn't allowing Hrgovic's comments to get under his skin. The young heavyweight says the Croatian's verbal tactics don't bother him, and he has no interest in getting pulled into the mind games surrounding the matchup. Rather than responding to Hrgovic's words, Itauma is keeping his attention on the actual fight and believes his performance inside the ring will ultimately say far more than anything either fighter says beforehand.
A bit of talk, do you like that?
Don't care. Do you know what? I don't want to be short or anything, but it's just this whole not pantomime, but this kind of act that he puts on or people put on just to try to get the little 1%. Just in turn, it makes me feel like they're not confident, So.
Filip Hrgovic is fully embracing the underdog role heading into what could be the biggest test of his career. He believes Moses Itauma has developed a reputation as a dangerous knockout artist, which may be one reason other heavyweights have been hesitant to face him. Hrgovic, however, welcomes the challenge and sees himself as capable of pulling off a major upset. Drawing inspiration from Croatia's famous football victories over England, he believes he can shock the boxing world by defeating Itauma and proving that experience can overcome the hype surrounding the young heavyweight.
This is a guy seemingly that no one really wants to fight. because he's just a wrecking ball every time he goes in the ring.
Yeah, it was similar. We were talking about football. You remember last 2 World Cups when Croatia played against England in semi-finals. So we were underdogs, big underdogs, but we kicked their ass. So it's gonna happen again with Moses Itauma and myself.
Gareth A. Davies believes Moses Itauma already possesses the ability to defeat nearly anyone in the heavyweight division. However, he sees Oleksandr Usyk as the biggest exception, pointing to Usyk's vast experience, elite technical skills, and southpaw style as a uniquely difficult challenge for the young heavyweight. Beyond Usyk, Davies views Itauma as a major force in the making and believes he has the potential to eventually establish himself as one of the dominant fighters in the division.
On record of saying I think Moses Itauma, even though people might not agree with me, beats everyone in the division, maybe apart from Oleksandr Usyk right now. I think would old man him and beat him on points based on his skills and experience and the fact he's also a southpaw, a southie. So
Davies believes Filip Hrgovic is exactly the kind of opponent Moses Itauma needs at this stage of his career. Facing a more experienced and proven heavyweight will force Itauma to deal with challenges he hasn't encountered before while giving him a chance to demonstrate just how much he has developed. Davies expects Moses to eventually find a way through Hrgovic's experience and skill, but he sees this matchup as a crucial test of whether Itauma is truly ready to compete at the highest level of the heavyweight division.
I think Hrgovic is a brilliant test for Moses Itauma. He's going to have to work the guy out. I think he gets to him. I think it's going to be a terrific fight. As you say, if that cut is fine, then they get to action on August the 8th. It's a brilliant step up for Moses, and the right one before, as Frank Warren says, he fights for a world title this year because he's so highly ranked now in all the sanctioning bodies. He's ready to go. They need to take the collar off him now and let the dog really go for it, not just bark, but go and give its bite.
The Puncher Chance podcast also views Moses Itauma's rapid rise as evidence that he is ready to step into bigger challenges. They point to his growing popularity, impressive speed, and explosive power as key reasons why he could create serious problems for Filip Hrgovic. Although they acknowledge that the matchup may not generate the same commercial attention as some of boxing's biggest heavyweight events, they believe Itauma possesses enough speed, power, and finishing ability to potentially stop Hrgovic if he delivers his best performance.
I think Itauma stops him. Yeah. I always thought Hrgovic was a world-class operator in the heavyweight division. If he does end up fighting Itauma next, hopefully he can give Itauma some rounds and he can take some of those shots. The easy answer for Benya if Itauma fought Hrgovic is that Itauma just absolutely flies through him.
Frank Warren recognizes that Moses Itauma is facing a serious test against a fighter with significant experience. He points to Filip Hrgovic's punching power, strong amateur background, and years of professional experience as major threats, but remains confident that Itauma has what it takes to rise to the challenge. Warren views this matchup as another crucial step in Itauma's development and an opportunity for the young heavyweight to demonstrate just how far his talent and potential can take him.
It's a great fight. I mean, again, you've got I think in 3 governing bodies now, Moses is ranked #1, and Philip's in, I think, the top 5 of nearly all of them. Got a wealth of experience. Moses, as I say, he's still only 21, and he's fighting a guy who's an Olympic medalist, who's never been knocked out, stopped with cuts, tough sod, especially early in fights. He's really, you've seen him. I've seen him with Daniel Dubois in that fight, and they were tough rounds, and Daniel did extremely well to come through it. But this is a big step up for Moses, but we believe in him, and this will be an extra special fight.
Frank Warren believes a victory over Filip Hrgovic would be a major statement that Moses Itauma is ready for the biggest challenges in the heavyweight division. He expects an explosive contest because both fighters possess serious knockout power. While Hrgovic's experience could become increasingly valuable as the fight moves into the later rounds, Warren believes the opening stages will be especially important. Hrgovic's early pressure and intensity could reveal how Itauma responds when faced with the toughest test of his career.
Yeah, that's what will happen. I mean, if Moses comes through, that's what he wants, and that's what we want to deliver. If he can beat Filip Hrgovic, then he's ready for it.
I don't suppose you see this fight going the distance, do you, Frank?
Well, they're both big punchers, aren't they? They both punch, and we'll see. Filip starts fast, so that's going to be interesting. And I'm sure, using his experience he'll want to be taking him into the later rounds to see what Moses has got late on in the fight.
Peter Fury sees the matchup as a fascinating battle between Moses Itauma's youth and Filip Hrgovic's experience. He has praised Itauma's natural talent and composed personality outside the ring, but believes the real examination will begin when Hrgovic starts firing back and refuses to let the young heavyweight dictate the action. Fury believes being pushed into a genuine, competitive battle will reveal whether Itauma is truly prepared to compete at the highest level of heavyweight boxing.
Against a young fighter, that's when that bell goes, he's looking to disrupt. So, that's what we're dealing with. And, look, I've seen the two. I've seen him, he's been here. Nice kid, speaks well, gentleman actually. When he steps between the ropes, he's a different animal altogether. So he can fight. I've seen him up close, so I'm excited to see his future. But you know what it is? It's like with all young fighters. Let's see what they're like when the fighters ain't going anywhere and they're getting it back. Because I think he ticks all the boxes, in my opinion. But I still like to see it. Because until we've seen it, we don't know, do we? Because he's blowing everybody away at the minute.
Dave Allen believes Moses Itauma's speed could be the deciding factor against Filip Hrgovic. He expects the Croatian heavyweight to come forward aggressively in search for an early knockout, but believes Itauma's faster hands, sharper reactions, and ability to strike first could give him a major advantage. Allen is so confident in the young heavyweight that he predicts Itauma could potentially stop Hrgovic within the opening 2 or 3 rounds.
I think Itauma stops Hrgovic in 2 or 3.
Do you think he puts him out cold?
I think he knocks Hrgovic out cold. Yeah.
Cold.
I think he does. As good as I think Hrgovic is, and he was miles too good for me, I just think Itauma is all wrong for him, because Hrgovic just stand up tall, straight shots. I think Itauma will just be miles too fast for him, because Hrgovic's going to come and have a go, and Hrgovic's going to try and knock Itauma out, which is great. But I just think,
we're still yet to see if he's got whiskers.
Of course, yeah, but I just think Itauma's going to hit him first.
Meanwhile, Barry Jones also gives Moses Itauma the edge, but he warns that Filip Hrgovic possesses several dangerous weapons of his own. Jones believes Itauma's speed, movement, and footwork could help him create openings and control the distance. But Hrgovic's powerful jab, sharp combinations, and dangerous right hand could punish any mistake. Despite those threats, Jones feels Itauma has the talent, adaptability, and composure needed to handle Hrgovic's strengths and ultimately come away with the victory.
Moses Itauma against Filip Hrgovic. You like that one, Mary?
Yeah, I do. I like it a lot. I think he wins Itauma. I think he quite impressively in the end. It's just different. The movement, the speed, everything about him, the angle of attack is just something that you don't see with the heavyweights. But Hrgovic is direct with his shots, but he's not a guy who throws loads of punches. When he chops down with that right hand, it's a problem if he can land with it. And his jab's heavy. So a lot of things there that should, just make Itauma think or answer a few questions that we want answered. We, not him, we want it answered. I think he has the answers to everything.
On the other hand, Ade Oladipo believes the confidence coming from both camps has made the Moses Itauma versus Filip Hrgovic matchup even more intriguing. He feels Hrgovic is bringing a level of confidence, experience, and aggression that Itauma hasn't encountered from many of his previous opponents. With both heavyweights firmly convinced they have what it takes to win, Oladipo expects an intense, competitive, and highly entertaining battle from the opening bell.
I think that fight, based off that face-off, has become so much more intriguing. I've done a couple of Moses Itauma face-offs. Obviously, I did Dillian Whyte and I did Jermaine Franklin. And I didn't get anything. I couldn't sense I couldn't sense that any of the fighters felt that they're really going to beat him. I couldn't sense that at all. I felt like Moses Itauma felt like the big man in the room. I didn't get that in the Hrgovic face-off. In the Hrgovic face-off, I felt like Hrgovic felt like I'm the dominant force here. So something's got to give, and I can't wait. Honestly, I think it's going to be an incredible...
But David Hay believes experience could give Filip Hrgovic a significant advantage in this matchup. He feels Hrgovic has the championship-level experience, composure, and familiarity with elite heavyweights needed to handle the pressure of a high-stakes fight. Hay believes Hrgovic has every reason to approach the contest with confidence and seriousness, and he sees the Croatian contender as having a genuine opportunity to stop Itauma's rapid rise and derail his momentum.
If he's paid the price in training, if he's taken it seriously, which by all accounts he has, he doesn't want to be going out getting knocked out by a 21-year-old novice. That's not on the script for him. He's not believing that. He's been there, seen it, done it. He's mixed it with the best in sparring and in championship fights. Well, he's fought the very, very best and always given a good account of himself. And he has the ability to win this fight because he's so experienced. Does he still have that magic? I haven't seen it in his last 2 fights.
Duke McKenzie believes Moses Itauma's ability to adapt could ultimately determine the outcome of the fight. He views Filip Hrgovic as a relatively straightforward heavyweight who relies heavily on his powerful right hand, consistent pressure, and familiar style rather than constantly changing tactics. McKenzie believes this could force Itauma to be more strategic and introduce different approaches throughout the fight if he wants to break down Hrgovic and secure the victory.
Do you anticipate, and how do you foresee the ending coming?
I think that with Hrgovic, he can only fight one way, and he likes to fight one way, and that's because he likes to fight. He's not a mover and a shaker. He's not a boxer. He's got that big right hand, and most of the time he'd have to be on his A game.
Is he one-paced, Duke?
He's a little one-paced. Yeah, he is a little one-paced. Like I say, he's not a mover and a shaker. He doesn't move his feet that great, but what he has got is an almighty right hand, and if he hits anybody with that right hand, they're going to know about it. So obviously, Itauma's going to have to bring his A game. This should tell you all you need to know about Moses Itauma, because he's going to have to adapt now, where he hasn't had to do that in previous fights. He hasn't had to adapt. He's had everything his own way. He's hit guys on the chin, and they've gone over, and he's just had it all his own way. In this fight, he's going to have strategy and tactic. So if he gets the right strategy and the right tactics, then he can win this fight. But it's not going to be easy.
With Filip Hrgovic openly daring Moses Itauma to stop him, the pressure is now on the young heavyweight to prove that his power can translate against a far more experienced opponent. Itauma has remained focused on executing his game plan rather than becoming obsessed with finding a knockout. But Hrgovic's confidence has added another layer of tension to an already explosive matchup. The talking is almost over, and now the biggest question is whether Itauma can live up to the hype when these two heavyweights finally meet inside the ring. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more boxing news, fight analysis, and updates.